Hello and welcome to the Brickfreaks and the Brickfreaks worldwide. A Ford GT. Yes, from TGL, technology series, the Ford GT, model number 5042, 3056 pieces, and it's also available in red white. This is the obviously dark blue white version. Okay. A 1x8 hyper super Technicar. You can get this with power functions, but I don't recommend it. Mostly this is the static version. I think it's unnecessary to give this power or electric because they are too slow, they are too heavy, and they need too much room to turn around. So that's the reason I don't like them motorized with power functions. I believe it's better to use, if you want to electrify this, better for the functions, if you have moving doors or covers or something like that, that's the better way to use the power functions. Because if you want to drive an RC car, then buy a real RC car. They make a lot of fun, they are fast, and they are not as heavy as this here. Okay, with that out of the room, let's go through instructions. It's okay, absolutely okay, no problem with them. Everything is clear, TGL has okay instructions. You see all the old building steps are desaturated and only the new parts are fully colored. So it's really easy to assemble this here. We have a sticker sheet. I didn't apply because, I don't think it's necessary. So one thing in the beginning, this car or the set comes normally with 12 bags, 9 building steps and 3 bags with pins for the whole set. And my pins were missing, but I had building step number 9 doubled, which was great, because one of the panels here was only half molded, and so I have another panel, great. But I'm missing 600 to 700 pins, I don't know exactly, perhaps 400, 500, I don't know, but all the pins, all the 2 in black, all the 3 in blue, and all the pin axle combination in blue. So I was a lot of time in the cellar ripping apart other sets to get the pins. Some of my 3-length pins are black and not blue. Some of my 2-length pins are not black, they are dark bluish gray. And some of the pin axle combination are not blue, they are light bluish gray. So perhaps if you see something on a photo nearer in the beginning or you saw it, perhaps that's it. Yeah, I had to use what I got. So, but here we have it, the Ford GT. 9 building steps, 3,000 pieces, so a little bit more than 300 pieces for each building step. That's okay. We have 56 centimeters in length, 13 in height and 30 in width. It took me around 12 to 13 hours to assemble this, and the assembly is gorgeous. This is one of the best to assemble cars, really. I don't know the designer, I don't think it's a stolen mug from TGL, but the designer, if you're looking this, great job. Really great job. This makes a lot of fun to assemble. Really great steering, suspension, everything here is fine. I loved the whole assembly process. Piece quality, panel and Technic beams, no problem. Good quality, no scratches, no color inconsistency, great quality. With the pins, I don't have a problem because I used other pins, but I know from another YouTuber and out of my history with TGL, I believe one of the dogs was snoring. With the history of TGL, that the pins are a little bit harder to push in. So if you're building 3, 4, 5, 6 hours in a row, perhaps your thumbs are hurting a little bit. The pins really slide harder into the holes. So be aware of that. The rest is no problem. The gears and so everything is fine. Some of the axles are a little bit not loose, but you can move them a little bit easier than you're used to. So with that out of the way, the rest is really good. I know the rubber is not correctly on the rim, not fully. I know, I've seen it in the German version. Functions. It can obviously drive forward and backward. The 6-cylinder, this has a 6-cylinder like the real car, only the first 2 Ford GT were V8, this is a V6. And it's connected to the car. One of the functions is we can open the engine cover and see more cover. You don't see the engine after the assembly, but you have nice chromed parts there. So, okay, 2 Technic panels in chrome perhaps, you use them or you need them. So, other functions here, we can open the hood and inside is space to connect the servo motor in the end of the assembly process if you want. And one thing is it's sitting in front of the axle, before the front axle, so the X-hole is facing to the back of the car and steering is in that case, yeah, you have to change the direction. You have to change perhaps the direction on the RC. If left and right is turned, then push both buttons for left and right for 3 seconds on the RC and then it changes it and then it's correctly. Perhaps, I believe that could happen if the servo is in front of the axle. Perhaps this is happening. I don't know, because yes, I didn't use it. Okay, we have wing doors. They're okay, the mechanism. Not too hard, not too soft, it's okay. But I have this on the other side here. I can show it to you. If you open it, sometimes the pin tries to get out here on the Technic beam. You see the tear pin, and this here can happen. It's an easy reparation. You only have to push in the pin into the Technic beam. Come on. So, push this here in the correct position. We show you the other side again. But I want to show to you that this can happen. And I checked a video from another YouTuber. I have the link in the video descriptions, even if you are an English viewer, because he's German. But in the second part of the video, I only linked the second part, his review thoughts. He shows this, and it happens with his version in red too. But you can see the car there in red. If you want to see that is a design flaw and not my fault, then look the video of Krümel. And if you want to see the red version, watch his video. It's linked in the video descriptions. Hello Krümel. Okay, the last function is not necessary in my opinion. Here, first I thought this is the hand of God steering, but this is to change the height of the suspension and to bring out here the back wing. But I don't show this to you now, because it took minutes. I don't know. The ratio of the gears is really worse here. It took minutes to turn this around. And it's unnecessary, because the car only comes higher, and it's a sports car. You don't need this. It's a display set. The technique is not good, because you need too much rounds here. So it's a gimmick that you will never use. If this was motorized instead of driving, that would be really, really, really good. Because this takes a lot of turns. But if you really want to do it, just remove this here. And do it this way. And even this way, even with a motor and a battery box, it will take 30 seconds or something like that, even with a motor. So that's a totally unnecessary function. This here you can move up with your hands and down, that's no problem. But you will never use this. Yeah. I let it in the German version, you see it, and in the video of Krümel, you see it if it's moving up and down, but it's so slow, and it's 4 millimeters. It's so unnecessary, and it looks odd if it's too much room here from the fender to the wheel. So you don't need this. You really let it down, and that's everything you need. Like I said, the gear ratio is so worse that it took several minutes with your hand to get it 4 millimeters up. And I believe more than 4 or 5 millimeters isn't possible. So get rid of that. Unnecessary. Like I said, this is just a display car. Even the doors you will open 1, perhaps 2 times, and then never again. The driving or steering is only possible if you put your hands inside. And even then, you need so much space to turn this car around. Nobody will ever use this. Put it into this position if you think this is looking better on the shelf or the other way. Put it on the shelf, look at it, be excited that this is a really cool looking Technicar, and that's it. Forget about the functions. Well, like I said, that's the only function here, this and that, it is working flawlessly. This here took too much time, and the doors are not so well connected. Yeah, but for a display set, great, really great. It looks cool. The assembly process is really entertaining, a really good assembly. So buy the car. If you like it, buy it. You won't regret it. But one thing that makes it more unnecessary here, the suspension function, is to get this done, we have the yellow gears inside here. Okay, that's from inside. We have the yellow gears. And TGL, why? Why do we have yellow gears? First, let these functions away, because it's unnecessary. And if you don't have the function, you don't have the gears, no problem. But if you You wanted this function, obviously, but then use blue gears or black gears, but not yellow. This looks really, really odd. And especially if you see the red suspensions too, you see the gears and a little bit of the head of the suspension, and from above, it's so cool, this car, with all the gaps and the angles and everything. And then you're looking here and see the yellow, some blue pins, and the red suspension. This is off. This is off and honestly. If you have the gears, the cross gears, in black or in dark blue spray, then use them. 4 of them are needed. There are more inside, but 4 you see. Use them. And if you have black suspension, use them. Because here we have 4 suspensions, 2 on each side. Here we have 2 suspension, obviously 1 on each side. Yeah, okay. So really cool looking car, really cool assembly, but meaningless functions. That's my last words to the set. Another thing is really cool I like is, or 2 things are the hockey equipment. What are hockey sticks? Hockey sticks for the lights, and for the backlights, you see it here. You see the rubber? They used rims and a wheel, rim and the rubber around it, and then put 2 dishes inside, a red one and a smaller black one. That's a cool idea. So, not much more to say. Really, designer, the display side of the set is gorgeous. Oh, hello. Our newest family member. It's Nelly, the always hungry cup. Now I forgot where I was. Sorry for that. Okay, but I think we have to quit. She needs some love or food. Or food given with love, I don't know. Yeah, nice idea. So, great car. Designer, you did for the display a great job, but why is there no hand of God steering? Why are the wing doors not so really great working, or especially one side? And why is the suspension with such a bad gear ratio that you need minutes for? Like I told you, I can do this minutes and you see barely the progress. Okay. Yeah, that's everything. That's everything. Okay, thank you for watching. Give us a thumb up if you like the video. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And perhaps some of you recognized it. I already did a second channel. It's called Brickfreaks Worldwide. Only the English videos will come there. So all my English folks, if you want to go to the new channel, subscribe to the new channel. Okay, my wife is there and now both dogs are very excited. Link is in the description. Thank you. Bye bye.